Hello everybody, and welcome to this Nagoya University G30 International Program webinar on our graduate programs. Let's just jump right in. So here you can see today's topics. So first, I will give you a brief introduction about Nagoya City and Nagoya University. Then I would like to talk to you about which kind of programs we have available in English in our master's and PhD programs. Then I will talk briefly about tuition and fees, as well as scholarships and financial aid. And finally, the kind of main topic for today is to talk about the application process. So I would like to give you all the information that you need to submit your application successfully. But yeah, let's just get started. So here you can see Nagoya City. You can see here it's located in the middle of the main island of Japan, Honshu. It's just a few hours from Tokyo and about 1.5 hours from Osaka and less than 1 hour from Kyoto. So it's a very nice centrally located city. It's also quite a large city, the fourth largest city in Japan. And it's kind of the central manufacturing hub of Japan. So a lot of big companies like Toyota and other manufacturing companies are located in Nagoya. So there's also a lot of job opportunities after you graduate in this region. The reason why I personally like living in Nagoya is that there's a nice balance of city and nature. And it's also not quite as expensive as Tokyo or Osaka. So it's a nice city to live as a student. You have kind of all the conveniences of a big city, but you can also easily escape to the beach or to the surrounding mountains if you need a break from the city life. And what about Nagoya University? So I hope all of you have already heard about Nagoya University. We are kind of famous old university in Japan. We are one of the top national universities in Japan. And we are quite a large university, over 16,000 students, of which about 16% of the students are international students. So, of course, you can make a lot of Japanese friends, but you can also feel confident that you will have a nice, big international community and probably also friends from your own country. Our university is really famous for being really research intensive. So, in the past 20 years, researchers from Nagoya University have been awarded 6 Nobel Prizes. Especially in the fields of chemistry and physics. So those two fields we are quite famous for. We are also famous for automotive engineering, maybe because of the connection with the local industry in this area. And we are also quite famous for medicine, since Nagoya University was originally founded as a medical school. But today I would like to talk to you about the G30 International Programs, which are our English language degree programs. So we have both undergraduate degree programs and graduate degree programs. But before I introduce our graduate programs to you, let's take a quick look at our campus. So here you can see an aerial view of the Higashiyama campus. You can see it's a nice, big green campus. I really love it because it's kind of nearby this kind of wooded area here and a really famous zoo in Nagoya. But it's also kind of conveniently located on top of a subway station. So from our main campus, you can reach the center of Nagoya in about 20 to 30 minutes. So most of you coming to Nagoya University would be studying in this campus. But if you come to Nagoya University to enter the med school, then you would study here at Tsurumai campus. So This is our campus area here. It's also located next to a really beautiful park called the Tsuruma Park. And this campus is actually located only 2 stops from the central railway station. But this campus, yes, is mainly meant for medical students. But yes, let's take a look at which programs we have available here. So here you can see we have 12 different programs. The M here stands for a master's program, and the D stands for a doctoral program. So we have automotive engineering, we have earth and environmental science. So I actually studied at the Department of Earth and Environmental Studies. I did a PhD in geology at Nagoya University, so I can vouch that this is a really great department. Then we have a physics and a mathematics program, as well as a biological and bioagricultural sciences program. So this program is actually available in 3 different departments. So you can choose either the biology program at the Faculty of Science, or Faculty of Bioagricultural Sciences, or the Faculty of Medicine. So before you apply, then take a careful look at the website of each of these departments to see which of the biological programs is best fit for your own research interests. Then we also have a PhD program available at the Faculty of Medicine. So a lot of people ask me if it's possible to study medicine at Nagoya University. So we, of course, have a famous Japanese language medical school. Unfortunately, we don't have an English undergraduate program, but we do have a few graduate programs at the Faculty of Medicine. So you can do a PhD in medical research. This, however, is not a program to prepare you to become a kind of licensed practicing doctor in Japan. So after this program, you would probably continue in medical research in Japan or in abroad. And then we also have a Master of Public Health program also available at the Faculty of Medicine. Then we have a very popular linguistics and cultural studies program, as well as a civil and environmental engineering program. This program, unfortunately, doesn't really include architecture, so it's more focused on civil engineering. Then we have engineering, physics, and chemistry, as well as economics and business and administration. And this Japan in Asia Culture Studies program at the Faculty of Humanities. So in a nutshell, those are the programs we have available. I will show you to our website where you can find more information about each of these programs, like curriculums and course lists, and what kind of research you can pursue at each of these programs. Unfortunately, I don't have time to go into details about each program's contents during this presentation, but I will show you to our website. I also wanted to mention that we also have 10 undergraduate programs. So if you or some of your friends are interested in undergraduate degrees instead of graduate degrees, then I just wanted to mention that these programs are also available in English at Nagoya University. So let's talk a little bit about research environment. This is something obviously really important when you are coming to do research in graduate school, either for master's or PhD. And I just wanted to mention a few things that really impressed me when I came to Nagoya University. So as I mentioned, I did a PhD in geology. I graduated about 4 years ago. I'm originally from Finland. I studied in the University of Helsinki. So when I came to Nagoya University, I was really impressed that the facilities were really high quality. So my research group, for example, had all of the different kind of equipment and research instruments to make any of the measurements that are required for really kind of top level research. And that's also really necessary in kind of modern day research, especially in the field of like science and engineering. So I think several of the Nobel Prizes are kind of show the level of our kind of facilities. Then also, it's a really research-intensive environment. So people are really passionate about their research. That's also something that really struck me when I came to Nagoya University. So I think if you're also somebody who really wants to push the boundaries of research and try to get the most of your time here, then it's a nice place to be if you're really serious about your research. Another thing I found really nice was that I was really kind of nervous before I came to Japan that if the atmosphere was going to be very competitive, or if the professor would be kind of asking us to just work, and a bit kind of old style Japanese working style. But to my positive surprise, at least my own research group, here you can see a picture of us during a seminar here, was really supportive, and there really wasn't an atmosphere of competition. I felt like we were all working towards the same goal as a group for research. So that was a really positive experience for me. And I hope that's also something that you will find when you come to Nagoya University. Good. But let's talk a little bit about the academic calendar. So I just wanted to mention this because sometimes it causes a little bit of confusion. So many universities in Japan start their year in April, but the G30 International Programs follow the international calendar, and our programs start in October. So you would arrive to Japan in September for orientation, sometime in the end of September, and then your classes would start in October. And you will also graduate in October if you are kind of studying according to the normal schedule. So yes, that's something important to mention. Now let's talk a little bit about tuition and fees. So here you can see our tuition. It's 535,800 yen, which is about $3,500 US. And if you compare our tuition here to the tuitions of international students in other countries, like in UK or the United States, you can see that there is a huge difference. So studying in Japan is actually much more affordable than most people think. And the reason for this is that all national universities are supported by the government, and also the Japanese government has decided that the international students and Japanese students all pay the same tuition. So because of those two reasons, Nagoya University can afford to offer very affordable education. And in addition to the basic tuition fee that you would be paying yearly, there is an application fee and a one-time registration fee, which you only pay when you enter the university. And as I mentioned, Nagoya City is also quite an affordable place to live. So here you can see a breakdown of monthly living expenses for a student. The estimated total is something around $650 to $750 per month. So all in all, studying in Japan, especially now that the yen is very weak, is actually quite affordable option compared to many other countries. Now, obviously, studying still can be expensive, especially if you are moving countries. So we also offer scholarships for graduate school students. I will not go into details on all of this information right now, but I will give you some links to more resources that you can check out. So, for example, the Nagoya University Doctoral Educational Consortium has a great website which has all the updated information summarized for you in this kind of PDF. So you can scan the QR code here and find more information about different scholarships available for especially doctoral students, but also master students. So there's information about governmental scholarships as well as private scholarships. And there's also information about entrance fee exemption and tuition fee exemption. We also, a lot of our students work as research assistants or teaching assistants during their studies. So there are quite a few different ways you can finance your studies at Nagoya University. One of the most popular scholarships that people ask us about is the Mixed Research Student Scholarship. So this is a, this is a governmental scholarship offered by the Japanese government. As you can see here, it covers almost everything, tuition, application fee, registration fee, as well as a monthly stipend and airfare. Both master's and doctoral students can apply. Unfortunately, this is available only for international students who are from countries that have diplomatic ties to Japan. So, for example, Japanese passport holders are not eligible to apply for this scholarship. And there is also a age limit for this scholarship. So our international programs don't have any age limit, but this scholarship has an age limit. And another question we get a lot is how to apply for this scholarship. There is the embassy recommended route where you contact your own country's Japanese embassy and apply through there, or the university recommended track. This one, we do offer university recommended mixed scholarship at Nagoya University, but it's a little bit tricky because each year, who gets the scholarship will rotate between the different departments. So not all departments can offer a mixed scholarship for a graduate student each year. So whether you can apply for it or if you can get it kind of is based on your luck that year. So once you have contacted the professor you want to work with, you can ask them, are there any mixed scholarships available in your department? Or you can contact the kind of the office of that department to ask the same question. Some graduate programs, like the graduate program of law, which is not under the G30 program, but who have an English language program, they have secured, I think, a few mixed scholarship each year for their students. But yes, for more information about the mixed scholarship, I recommend you to go to the Japanese government's own website to get all of the kind of latest updated information on this scholarship. Then I had a few slides about some of our own scholarships. I don't think I will go into the details, but I will just mention that Nagoya University also offers this WISE program scholarships. These are kind of meant for certain kind of strategic fields that Nagoya University wants to focus its research on. So you can see some of the fields here. And if you're interested to read more about this scholarship, then you can check out this link right here. So yeah, both of these or all of these scholarships are usually available for both master's and doctoral programs. Some of them were only available for doctoral programs. But as mentioned, you can find more information right here. There was more information here. So actually, yes, another great scholarship are these JSPS research fellowships for young scientists. So these are mostly available actually for postdoctoral research, but you can also get it as when you're a doctoral student. So here you can see that it's quite a generous scholarships, and these scholarships are available for all different fields. Yes, so and these are also available for both Japanese researchers and international researchers. So since everybody can apply for these, then they are very competitive. But again, you can read more on their website to see if you would be able to get one of these scholarships for your research. So yes, actually there's a lot I could say about scholarships and financing your university studies in Japan. But since today is focused mostly on trying to explain to you about the application process, then I won't go into the details. I do recommend you to check out our website for more information about tuition waiver programs and private scholarships and things like that. You can also check out our scholarships and financing university studies in Japan seminar on our YouTube channel. It's called Nagoya G30. We upload a lot of this kind of informational material there. Probably you are watching this video also there right now. But this is a really great video. I talked for 1.5 hours about all the different choices to finance your studies in Japan. So even if you don't get the big JSPS funding or the big next scholarship, then I just want to assure you that there's actually a lot of different ways you can support yourself. You just have to kind of be resourceful and apply for a lot of different things. But as I mentioned today, I would mostly like to talk about the application process. So here you can see the application schedule. Again, I will show you to our website in a minute, but you can also scan this QR code and find our admissions website. Here you can see some of the important dates for the 2025 admissions. So the first round of graduate school application opens on January 6th, and the application deadline is January 15th. And if you once you have submitted your application, then the professor will review it, and you might be invited to an interview. And then the final decision announcement will be made in mid to late March. So it's about a 3-month process for the whole like application procedure. But as you can see here, the online application system is actually opened quite a short time, about 2 weeks. So I recommend to you to take a look at our instructions and carefully prepare all documents before the start of the application period, so that you can just then upload all of your materials into our online application system. Yes, so the first round, all of the programs are available. So all of the programs I just showed to you, you can apply to them during the first round. We have a second round or a rolling admissions round, and this round is only available for some of the programs. So if some programs feel like they didn't fill all of the positions they wanted to fill, and they would like to open the applications again for new students, then they might open a second round of applications in May. So that time the applications are opened from May 7th to May 23rd. And you would be probably interviewed sometime in June if you're kind of invited to an interview. And then you would get your final decision in late June or early July. And for both rounds, the semester will start in October, as I mentioned. So here, there's a little bit of a short time between the final decision and then the actual start of your academic year. Another important thing about the schedule I wanted to mention is that, especially this year, there's kind of a long New Year's holiday. So New Year is a really important holiday in Japan, and the whole university will be closed between December 27th and January 5th. So if you send us any inquiries during this time, unfortunately, we are unable to answer them. So start preparing your application early and contact us or the graduate schools directly before this time to make sure that you are ready when the application period actually starts on January 6th. Good. So let's talk a little bit more in depth about the different steps required for the application. So your application will begin by you choosing a research topic, obviously. So you need to choose a research topic and a supervising professor that you would like to work with. Some majors require you to make a pre-application inquiry. So some majors before the applications open, you should take a look at the different research groups available and kind of think, okay, how my research would match this research group or this professor's research. And once you have done that, you can go to our website and you will find a list of professors and their email addresses, and you can email the professor directly. You can introduce yourself and send the professor your CV and your research proposal and ask if there's vacancy in their research group. So we kind of want to make sure that there is a match between the research you want to do and the research that the professor is doing. So this is kind of an important step for many programs. So yes, I would like to show you the website actually where you can find the information so you can start working on this step. So first of all, yes, here you can see this is our admissions website. It's admissions.g30.nagoya-u.ac.jp is the address, very long address. Here you can see our kind of main admission page. And you can click here and you will find the application portal. Here is where you will submit your application. Here again, important dates, the process, instructions on different parts of the application process, as well as what you need to submit. And here you can see the admission requirements for each program. So, but the thing I wanted to show you now is actually here. So if you click on graduate, first of all, you can click here on graduate programs. There you go, and there you can find, if you click for any of the programs here, you can find details on the program outline, curriculum, and a link to the school's website with even more information about their research. But yes, so this is what I was supposed to show you. So here, under the graduate tab at faculty research group, you can click here and you will find all of the different majors and all of the different kind of main research areas in those departments. So for example, for automotive engineering, if you click here, you can see the different research topics. You can see, is there anything that interests me? And if you click on the PDF here, you can find a list of research groups, their research area, as well as the name of the supervisor professor in that research group. And for automotive engineering, they ask you to contact the professor in advance. So here you have a list of emails which you can use to contact the professor. And again, here you have like the research interests of the professor. So take a really careful look at this list and make sure that what you are proposing for the professor is also kind of under their own research interests. But then I also wanted to mention that not all programs require you to make this kind of inquiry in advance. So for example, at the Graduate School of Economics, if you click here, you click on the PDF, you will only see a list of the professors and their research topics, but there is no like direct email contact information to contact the professor. So the Graduate School of Economics prefers you to just read about the research each of the professors is doing and look at the research area they are kind of interested in. And then based on just this information, then plan your research proposal and research plan. And the professors will evaluate your proposals after you have submitted your application. And if they like what you have prepared, then they might interview you and give you a admission to their research group. So yeah, there's kind of a difference between some of the programs on how you need to choose the research program. But yes. Here again, if you go to the admissions website and you click on the graduate program section there. So for all of the details, you can click on this admission requirements PDF. So it's a long PDF with a lot of information about like the schedule, what kind of documents you need to submit. And here, for example, the automotive engineering program, they mention specifically about inquiries regarding the research prior to application. So if you find this kind of box, then please contact the professor. Whereas here at the Graduate School of Economics, for the application procedure, they don't specify that you should contact the professor. Just choose one of the professors in your online application. So yes, so that was one of the things I wanted to mention. So going back to the presentation. So you need to choose a research topic. After that, you can start collecting all of the documents you need. You can apply online using the link that I just showed you on our website. Some of the documents you need to mail us. I will talk about this in a minute. Once you have submitted everything, your application will be screened. You might be interviewed, and in a few months, you will get your admission results. So that's kind of the basic flow of the application. But to talk a bit more about the second point about collecting documents, so which documents are required to be submitted? So you have to, there's a list here. There's also a list on the website, which is quite useful. So you have to submit a proof of graduation. You can apply before you graduate. Then you just need to ask your university to submit kind of a proof that you will graduate a bit later. Then we ask for academic transcripts from your university. Proof of English proficiency is really important. So our program is an English-based program. You don't need to know any Japanese before you enter, but we have to make sure that you have enough English ability. So you can see on the website there is a list of different kind of English proficiency tests that we accept. Of course, we accept most of the usual ones, IELTS and TOEFL. We also accept Duolingo, which is an online based test if you haven't had the chance to take kind of a written test before. Then, of course, it's really important that you submit a very carefully considered and drafted research proposal. We ask your professor at your university to submit 2 letters of reference. So these you should ask your professors to submit through our online system. Yeah, just follow the instructions of the online application system portal carefully to do this step. We don't accept recommendation letters from like non-academic referees. So people like your colleagues at work or your boss cannot submit reference letters for you. Then we also ask you to submit kind of a summary of your undergraduate research or your master's degree research if you're applying for the doctoral program. In addition, you can submit other documents showing strengths. So especially if you have done activities already related to the program you're applying to, maybe you already have some work experience in that field, then kind of any documents that can prove that can be submitted in this category. Then simply we ask you to kind of submit some kind of a copy of your passport or something else that verifies your nationality and identity. Then many of the programs ask for GRE results, and GRE is a standardized testing for different university subjects. So it kind of measures like university knowledge in different subjects like mathematics or chemistry. So this one is not mandatory, but it is recommended. So if you can submit these scores, then that will be helpful for your application, but not mandatory. Another thing that will be very helpful for your application is to submit any copies of any scientific publications that you have already made. So if you have published a research paper during your undergraduate degree or your master, then adding those as part of your application will be very beneficial. So yes, as you can see, there's quite a list of documents that you need to submit, but not to worry. Again, there are detailed instructions on the website. So yeah, if you go, this is again the main kind of graduate program admission page. So if you scroll in the middle, you can find a list of the application documents and more details about what exactly we are looking for. Yeah, take a look at these instructions carefully. You can also find you should be able to find recommended formats that we are asking you to use when you are submitting your some of the application documents. You can see like a template for your research proposal and things like that. So yes. Now, to make it a bit more complicated, each program, the requirements might be a bit different. So, for example, like the medical school will ask for kind of some additional documents like general performance evaluation report and things like that. So to make sure that you have all the documents you need, again, read each program's or the program you apply to, the admissions requirements carefully so that none of the required documents are missing. Okay, so going forward again, yes, this is what I just told you about the contacting the professors. So yeah, today I just wanted to say a few words about tips on writing a good research proposal. So sorry that the slides are a bit word heavy. That's actually not very good for a research proposal, but I think a good research proposal contains really specific goals and a clear outline of goals, how you're going to kind of reach each of your milestones during your research. So sometimes it's good to include a research schedule in the form of a Gantt chart that can help to visualize the plan. Of course, the professors get a lot of applications, so having something like this where you are kind of planning the different stages of your research can be helpful. So this is like your plan for 3-year plan for your PhD or something like that. Can kind of help visualize your plan. It's also important, as I said, to match your research interests with the research interests of the supervisor. I think you should read some of their papers and to get a better idea of what kind of research exactly they are doing. And adding citations and a reference list is really important to show that not only you have some new ideas for research, but that you also know the research that has already been done on this topic. So professors really value that point also. And one word of warning to everybody is that our university uses a plagiarism and an AI writing detecting software. So please be mindful of how you use these tools and what kind of sources you use. Because if your essay or your research proposal is caught or with a really high percentage of kind of probably created by AI or somehow copied from some other known source, then that's going to be a kind of a big red flag for the professors who are considering if you would be a good candidate for their research group. Good. Then kind of a final few words about some technical matters related to the application process. So as I mentioned, most of the application documents you can submit by as kind of documents that you can just upload to our online application portal. But some of the documents you need to submit as hard copies. So that means that like the documents, for example, most of the programs are asking you to submit your graduation diploma or your prospective graduation diploma or your transcripts as hard copies. And this means that, or a hard copy means a signed and a stamped, like a physical copy of these documents that is sent to our office, preferably directly from your graduate school or from your university. So please don't send us your, like the only original. So some documents are issued only once, probably your graduation diploma, your university can issue it only once during your graduation, but after that, they can kind of issue new official copies of that document. So we are looking for that official copy. And it's not enough that you scan the official copy and kind of attach it to the application as a PDF. It has to be sent to our office as a physical copy. So yes, please send it we would prefer you would send it during the official application periods, but some programs might offer a bit leeway that it's possible to submit a bit later. But I would urge you to all please send the hard copy during the application period already. Yes. Yes, I wanted to show you that most of the application guidelines, there's a lot of details, but yes, most of them have this kind of helpful list of all the documents you need to submit. So the name of the document you need to submit, which kind of format, and how to submit. So in the beginning, you might be just able to submit it as a PDF online, but we want to also see an official hard copy by the deadline by post. And some of the official documents, like your English proficiency test scores, we might accept also an electronic score report, which can be sent through the testing institution or which can be verified through the testing institution. So again, take a look at the admission requirements to make sure that you submit all the documents in the proper way. Great. Yeah. And like just a few more words about the hard copies. There's sometimes a little bit confusing about it. So yeah, please ask your university to send it to us as a sealed or signed envelope like this. So it should contain your name, your applicant ID, which you can get after you register to the online portal, your application number, which you get after you pay the application fee. So this is, and please include also seal, if possible, the signature of the issuing authority or the stamp of the issuing authority. So this might all seem a little bit complicated, but rest assured that the office staff at your university will know what to do when you ask them to issue them an official copy of some of your application documents in a sealed envelope. Another thing that has become more kind of popular lately is some universities or countries are issuing kind of digital copies of their graduation diploma or transcripts. So unfortunately, at Nagoya University, we don't yet accept these types of submissions. So when possible, send us the documents by post as instructed. Unfortunately, we don't use these digital verification platforms such as Parchment in the United States or CSCE in China. If your university has decided that they don't issue hard copies, official copies, then you need to contact the graduate school you are applying in advance and ask them if it is possible to accept through this kind of verification service. So this is unfortunately not decided by us here at the admissions office. It's decided by each graduate school. So if you're one of these students that can submit only using this system, then please contact the graduate school. Yes. So that's it about the hard copies. Here's a last slide about the admission flow. So again, there is a primary screening and then a secondary screening about maybe 1 month after you submit your application. So not all students are invited to an interview based on the documents you submit. The professor will choose the students who are invited to the interview. We get a lot of questions about what kind of interviews there are, but unfortunately, we don't sit in the interviews for the graduate school programs. So we don't have so much detailed information about what kind of questions are asked. I would say they are mostly focused on obviously your research plans and your research goals. So being prepared with knowing or having a lot of knowledge about your own research field, as well as kind of concrete plans about your research, I think are also important for the interview. And then if you get an admission offer, you will start your life at Nagoya University in October, as mentioned. So that was a long explanation, but that's pretty much how the process works here at Nagoya University. So if you have any other kind of questions, or you're wondering about different graduate programs or what should I submit, then please take a careful look first at our admissions website. It was renewed last year, and there's a lot of good information here about the graduate programs, about the research groups, as well as about student life, things like the scholarships and tuition, like different student support that we offer for international students, things like that, as well as, of course, like the detailed instructions for the admission. So before you contact us with the questions, then please take a careful look here to see if you can find the information by yourself. Of course, if there's something that's not covered in the website or is not, or you are kind of confused about, then you are welcome to contact us by email. We also have a really kind of fun, active social media, Instagram and Facebook, which you can check right here. And of course, a lot of kind of informational sessions like this on YouTube. So here I have also put another notice about our New Year's holiday. But yes, that was basically it from me. I hope this explanation wasn't too long and that it was informational, and that you feel now confident to submit your application. So good luck with everybody with the application process, and we hope to see you at Nagoya University next year. So thank you very much.